The Brach-Lau, babbling, bubbling burglars, bringing bad tidings to bag ill-begotten baubles. Beware they beset upon bouncing bed babes, taken beneath black bower, ne'er seen again. Fishmen, or the Brach-Lau as they are known in the lands of Brith, are diminutive humanoids who take on the characteristics of fish or a newt. Unlike a newt, however, they have slimy blue scales and unblinking dead eyes. They live as tight-knit tribes deep under the earth in wet caves and abandoned mines. Their communities appear to be hierarchical. The youngest tend to their spawning pools, while older members act as warriors who go out on their nightly raids. At the head of the tribe sits an elderly matriarch. Some adventurers claim this being is able to command powerful magics. Assuming this to be true, one would have to surmise this is an innate ability rather than something learned. They have been seen to have some form of rudimentary tool use. Many an adventurer will attest to the use of bows and spears, for example. In their caves, simple stone tools have been found, and they're sometimes spotted wielding finer work, most likely stolen during one of their nightly raids. There are stories of stone statues deep within their caves, grinning effigies leering out the darkness. I, however, consider these like baby stealing to be little more than just stories. The behaviour is of thieves and brigands, sneaking at night to steal livestock, trinkets and less savoury targets. Indeed, there is many a tale of Brach-Lau making off with children from their cribs in the dead of night. Such tales are, in my opinion, little more than that. Tales. Most encounters with these enigmatic creatures are of a swishing tail disappearing into night. Brach-Lau seem to give settlements a wide berth and are easily scared away by lights and fire. When confronting such a creature, a brave adventurer would do well to remember, where there is one Brach-Lau, there are more. A solitary individual fleeing into their cave will quickly become a swarm of biting teeth and sharp spears. They are naturally resistant to cold, and their slimy skin does not burn easily, so perhaps the best way of dealing with them is with grit and steel. Regardless of the method, it would behoove anyone to never underestimate this slippery foe. Hello. So this is going to be a little bit off the cuff for me. I'm not very good at speaking just as a stream of thought. However, I just wanted to touch base since I don't actually have much to discuss about the actual game development. This is one of the books I want to actually include in-game, including the poem. And also I wanted to redesign the Fishman. The Fishman has been a concept coming from an old game jam I was joined a while back, but it never really came to anything. And since then, and developing the game, I've realized the animation requirements have changed so much that I figured a remake seemed better than trying to finesse the original. When it came to the redesign, I'm trying to focus on some core design principles I want to use for most of the monsters in the game, and that's being silhouette, threat, and story. Simply put, they need an easily identifiable silhouette. A great big core design of Doom was the fact that you could tell what monster you were dealing with just by the shape of them. It's also something that's made use in Pokemon. I mean, hell, what's that Pokemon? They need to convey how much of a threat they are as well, so something about the design needs to tell the player, if they've not met this creature, how worried should I be? And in this case, I figured their giant head and, quite frankly, derpy expression conveys not very. Finally, I wanted designs to be able to tell some kind of a story, something that might be a hook for later expansion. In this case, they have stone tools that obviously they have made themselves, so they're a bit more intelligent than just a mindless monster. And also those tools will be adorned with colourful objects, natural objects that they found around the world. The idea being that they steal from human settlements, but when you see what they steal, it's not expensive items, it's shiny objects and pretty things they value, which don't necessarily equate to real monetary value. I'd like to do more of these kind of in-world texts and discussions. I think they're really interesting. I really enjoyed doing the poetry. I'm not good at poetry. This is some of my first attempts. And if this is something you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And I'm just going to leave you with the latest AI stress test I've just done. And until next time.